the time. Just ate all that damage. And it looks like we're going to hop in. We're actually still very early on, just the first game in here, so.
Oh, wow. Yeah, this is very early. First game, I would imagine this... I'm just trying to figure out, are we sure this is first game? Or is this second game? Yeah, second. Okay, so this is the second match in this. Yeah, that does make sense. It's DRIPS got DRIP taking on Flemmiless.
And I'm seeing no Emmii in the game, so gotta imagine an Emmii ban came out from one of the teams.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I'm still trying to catch up. It's hard. It's always a little bit more difficult when you jump in mid-series, but there we go. All right, now I actually have my resolution where we're not just looking at pixels, but yeah. I mean, and one set already over to the Flemmiless.
This is really, yeah, with Orb Replicator's start on Auden City, this is a huge advantage for Red. Kai, as a goalie, is going to have 10 stacks of Orb Dancer and is going to basically feed that to all his teammates. Era and Drakkar are going to be zooming around the field.
Oh, this is, you know, it's kind of like that dream scenario when this kind of gets put together as is. I'm kind of curious, though, if we can figure out who won the first match between these two. Oh, we see it at the bottom. It's DRIPS.
Blue team.
I can read.
Blue
I'm
team.
literate, I promise, even though I mispronounce everyone's name and clearly have had issues. Yeah, DRIPS on DRIPS. They won the first game. They also got the first goal here.
There we are. And nice TP by Vice. I've talked about Vice a little bit before, but mention it again. Vice, one of those characters where you really, as a forward, have to take advantage of the TP to be effective. If you get basically one chance, since Vice is really, really slow. See if she can do it. So far, I'm liking Red Team. I mean, Red Team has got the mobility, they've got the midfield control. Emmie's shrinking whoever she sees. So, looking good so far for Red, but definitely possible for Blue Team. I think, again, all up to Vice to see how well they're using that movement ability.
See how it does come into play at the moment, though. Barrier is going to fall, and if we want to see that Vice be effective, this could be the prime opportunity for it. Instead, looks like Emmii and co are leading the charge back up to that corner, but very tight spacing, actually. Everyone playing super close to the puck. We'll see if that works in their favor, especially with the shots coming through. Era and Flame unable to connect. Emmii sit back in the midfield. Instead, the pressure's going to come the other way for Flip. Goes straight into Drip, and now Flames with the core flip of themselves still can't get it past the defender.
And Flame running low on HP. Look for him to die here in a moment here. He has no evade as well, so he's got to find a way. What a save by Endless.
Save, what an attempt, and there is the goal. The Vice puts it through. 2-1 right now, set point.
Endless was looking for the pass to his teammate. Pass got cut by the Vice. Really well played there.
Well played as you could ask for in that type of situation. Okay. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. I was trying to join in the lobby myself, but apparently you can't do that while the game is in progress, even as a spectator. I see how it is. I see how you want to play it. Well, fair enough. Shot's still going to come through, and it's going to be a goal. We go to set point both ways, 2-2 score line.
Yeah, and you're going to, on Auden City, it's always going to be a quick game. Just such a big barrier, such a wide open space to cover, and a lot of passing is going to be rewarded on this map, just because of how much space you have.
See who's going to find more of the space. Supernova, bit of a whiff right there, a little unfortunate, I suppose, to DRIPS. Got DRIPS. Still, they'll have a chance to try and bring it back. However, it is their goal that's open. It is the pressure coming from Emmii to Flames. Second set goes in favor of Flemmiless.
And really nice score by Flame and Era. Both of them taking advantage of Endless grabbing the orb. And you can just see, like, I think there might be at 10? Not quite sure, but you can see how much faster they became. They're just able to just basically run circles around them with that boost.
Yeesh. Something I'm just kind of realizing right now. Not only has every game that we've seen on stream kind of been a draw, but even our backup game right now is oh no, last set we saw, that wasn't a draw, was it? That was a 2-0 Tep name. Did crush. Well, still, we could be 3 out of 4 with the draw right now if things continue as is, and that's a lot higher than I was expecting.
And honestly, I kind of expect it. Draws are kind of what makes sense. There's not going to be too many teams that are going to steamroll a bunch of other teams. Not really going to happen. It's usually whichever team is right about the team comp that game is going to win. So, hard to be right every game.
That is true. But, I mean, the best do. But so, you know what? Even though it's hard, it should be the expectation. Goal 1, though, goes to Ketsueki. Good little cross-up right there on the goal line. And DRIPS got dripping their way back.
Yeah, perfect pass from Munchlac, setting it up. And once you're in the middle of the crease with the core on this map, it's almost always a score. It's just too many angles to cover.
Well, barrier's going to fall and put the pressure again back the other way. DRIPS on trip. How's their defense looking right now? It's going to be crossed up to Ketsueki, who, well, got it all the way to the other side, but not far enough for the barrier to fall. Maelstrom does not make contact, but maybe Emmie's coin flip will. Puck in front of the goal. Not knocked in just yet. That's touched, cross up. Doesn't work either. Good at defense so far from Miles. I mean, they're doing a good job holding it back. It's another Supernova whips. Eventually, the barrier falls. There's the KO, and there is the goal. Well done for DRIPS got dripped.
Perfect timing by Munchlac there to wait as long as possible on the core flip in order to create as many angles as he could. Even with Endless having haste there, not able to make it in time for the save.
Straight down the middle, the barrier falls. That was a little bit awkward, but it goes back the other way as well. In fact, that's the set! Wow, blink and you missed it.
Man, out in City can just do that to you. You know, you miss. Basically what happened there, Jakar just messed up 150-50, and then blue team just never let it go. They just had perfect control the whole time. And was able to clean that up quickly.
Straight down the middle. Aimed so well. Well, here we go. Bulk up. Gonna be our little first awakening taken. It's the fire up still available and heavy impact falling as well. A lot of hard hitting abilities at this stage, or hard hitting awakenings, I should say. It always feels rare that Monumentalist goes in the latter half, but here we are.
Yeah, Monumentalist is a strong ability, but not many members of the cast can take advantage of it. Like, actually, nobody on the blue team wants Monumentalist. It's worthless to all of them. So Emmii gets this extra special Monumentalist ult. Let's see how strong it is. Wasn't able to get anything from that, but keep looking for that. See if Emmie's able to set up goals with that.
Okay, this might sound disgusting to you, but I'm going to campaign for it. Death's Touch should work with Rasmus's Scythe, especially. Monumentalist should work with Death's Touch and Rasmus's Scythe.
Ooh, Ooh, gross. Scythe is a creation?
Yeah, just the Death's Touch, but it's spinning, right? Just make that as big and terrifying as possible.
Monumentalist Scythe. Just make him, just make him X, basically.
Yeah. I just want the Scythe and, at least, again, for the Death's Touch, to take up half of Night Market. Like, just take off an entire corridor of Night Market when you use it. I think that would be fair and balanced and totally not overtuned. Either way, pressure's coming from Munchlac, speaking of Rasmus, but it is going to be pushed away eventually.
I know. I mean, they should have you on the dev team as well. I mean, I want X, X creation. Like, his fists are creations, right? So.
And also, Jimmy Jim, what I'm trying to say is I want it to work more with it. I know it works with it a bit, but I want it to be massive. Tie ball game, by the way, one apiece.
Nicely done by blue team. Really good haste there by Rasmus to actually take advantage of the field. That's one of the main benefits on this map. Having characters that with haste is going to be really, really big. Because you're just going to be able to sprint around this wide open field, take up as much space as you possibly can.
Oh, there's a little cross up. There's the quick goal now. Let's see whether or not this is going to be able to be pushed in. Stuffed on the line initially, but a second defender was there for the save. Now Flame crossing up Drip. Not enough to put it through. Emmii can't get it past that midfield line, although that Maelstrom comes through and forces Drip forward, which actually worked in favor of the goalkeeper. Although that core flip will put it in. Pretty big goal, pretty big moment. I believe we're now on match point.
Nicely done by red team. And again, I think it's mostly coming down to the Orb Dancer right now. Are they able to score off that Orb Dancer? Because right now blue is actually doing a lot better as long as the orbs don't come up. As soon as Endless starts grabbing these orbs, it's over. They're just all too speedy.
Yeah, as soon as they come up, it is quite literally over. Yeesh. That goal is going to be enough to put it away. That second series we get to see will end in a draw. Just too many orbs. Too strong, and especially on an era as well who has the speed to just run around and collect 3 of them. It feels like every time they spawn. Too much, unfortunately, for DRIPS got Drip to handle. So another draw in this event. We're just drawing left, right, and center, which is good. It means that the competition is evenly matched.
Absolutely, you love to see it. And honestly, I feel like this one could have gone either way, you know? DripNZ gets Orb Dancer instead. Maybe they're the ones sprinting around their map too, so you never know. But great match nonetheless. Well played to both teams here.
GG's to both sides, and with that comes, I believe, the end of round 3 as well. So we still have 2 more best of 2s around the corner on the stream, which is kind of crazy. It feels like it's already been such a long day. Technically, we've passed the halfway point, but quickly going to try and see if I can get like the standings updated for myself, just so we can get an idea of where these teams are at looking into our latter end. I can say this with some effectiveness. My hard carry can't be this carried. Well, they've been eliminated alongside Quarantine Squad mathematically. Pretty much anyone on 0 at this stage has been mathematically eliminated. That includes DrIPS, who we just saw fall short. But even if they got the 1 point, I'm pretty sure they will be mathematically eliminated, because you cannot get to 6 points when you're only allowed 2 points around. So DRIPS got Drip, Los Hombres, Flemmiless, they're all going to be eliminated. Shield Hood and Obscura, Insomniacs, mathematically done, as well as the Diamond Demons and Certified Uber Core Kickers. But that still means there's a lot of teams still fighting for those playoff spots.
Yeah, and you're fighting for those top seeds too. Want to make it as easy as possible on yourself. Get that number 1, get that number 2 seed. Try to get as smooth the road as possible in those bracket stages. So you're really fighting for every point. Even like as you're mentioning, you know, these draws, you don't really want to see them if you're a player. You really want to be getting those 2-0 wins if possible.
That you do. We're going to be going to a break though at this time, and when we come back, round 4 will be underway. We're going to be doing the Diamond Demons versus one of those teams I just mentioned before, the Certified Uber Core Kickers. So even though they might be mathematically eliminated, well, they still have a chance to play for something. You don't want to kind of lose out entirely. We'll see if they're going to be able to find that win when we